During this special edition, we explore the life, teachings, and contributions of one of Trinidad and Tobago's most prominent personalities, Pandit Hari Prasad, a name and legacy that resonate with invaluable contributions in the fields of religion, education, and social services. A devoted son, loving husband, dutiful father, a spiritual guide, a guru and pandit, an iconic pillar of Sanatan Dharma. Let us now delve into the journey of the remarkable life of Pandit Hari Prasad. We begin our journey in a village called Pratapur in Basti, India. There once lived a well-respected pandit from the Shandilya Gotra lineage by the name of Pandit Ramnath Tiwari. Pandit Ramnath had one loving son, Pateshri Tiwari, and a beautiful daughter called Tapeshwari Tiwari. Pateshri and Tapeshwari grew up in a very humble home, living within their means as most of the villagers in Pratapur. However, it was a home that provided noble upbringing and was rooted deep in spirituality and duty. As a young man growing up, Pateshri fulfilled his obligations as a son of a very versed pandit, learning at a young age the scriptural injunctions as taught to him by his father and the elders in the village. In the early 1900s, Pateshri was presented with the opportunity to come to Trinidad. As one full of ambition, he seized the opportunity to travel to a country unknown to him. Thus, the journey of Pateshri began. His line of work took him to the east of Trinidad in Sandy Grande, until he finally settled in Aranjuez. His name and fame as a renowned pandit helped to develop strong, invaluable linkages all over the island, forming special bonds with many Hindu families, as he continued to promote and preserve the teachings of Sanatan Dharma, providing the Hindu people, the immigrants from India, hope, courage, and strength to continue to practice their religion and understand the teachings contained in their scriptures. Pandit Pateshri, as he blossomed into a young adult, was eventually married to Dhanmati, or Dhan, as she was lovingly called, the daughter of another well-known and well-versed pandit. The result of this union was 7 beautiful children. Pandit Lakshmi, the elder brother, and the 4th child, born on December 11, 1927, was none other than Pandit Hari Prasad. In 1936, while his children were still very young, Pandit Pateshri made a decision to return to India to perform Char Dharm Yatra. He carried with him letters and money from many of the families from Trinidad for their families back in India. These tangible artifacts allowed Pateshri Tiwari's footsteps to be traced to his village in 2005. In the village at that time, 95-year-old Dashrath Yadav remembered Pateshri Baba of Pratapur village visit from Trinidad. The descendants of this lineage of Pandit Ramnath Tiwari, Pandit Pateshri Tiwari's father, still inhabit the village of Pratapur up to this day. Tapeshwari, the sister of Pateshri, was married to Pandit Kunj Bihari Upadhyay, and their daughter was married to Pandit Narbadeshwar Dubey, who then lived in the ancestral home. His son, Pandit Prahalad Dubey, is currently the Pandit in Pratapur. Pandit Pateshri performed the Char Dharm Yatra, and as was the practice in those days, completed this Tirat on foot, visiting a number of holy places, including Kedarnath, Badrinath, and Gangotri, walking with a stick, which, up to this day, the family cherishes as a priceless relic, ripe with the history and tales of an unforgettable journey. However, unfortunate circumstances befell Pandit Pateshri while in India. He fell gravely ill and was robbed of his money in Calcutta by the person he trusted with his return passage. His wife and children, waiting patiently for his return to India, made the decision to pawn their cherished, priceless jewels to ensure the safe arrival of their father. On his return, still battling illness, he fought bravely. However, Pandit Pateshri never recovered and died shortly after, leaving his loving wife and young children behind. It was a time of extreme hardship. The responsibilities of ensuring that the family was taken care of fell on the shoulders of Pandit Hari Prasad. At that time, neither Pandit Hari nor Pandit Lakshmi had Janeu. In order to capitalize on this situation, some of the Pandits of the day began a campaign to advise the population that these Brahmin children could not practice Panditai because they had no Janeu. It took a number of loyal people who were Pandit Pateshri's godchildren to pool together what limited resources they could have mustered and arranged the Upanayan Sanskar for Pandit Lakshmi and Pandit Hari. They were initiated by Pandit Vibhu Dayal Sharma, and so Pandit Lakshmi, being elder, began Panditai practice. With the death of his father, the responsibility fell on the young 15-year-old Hari to manage the home. Pandit Hari was a robust, well-mannered, respectful and humble young man. He was well known for his straightforward approach to all situations. All who interacted with him knew he held firmly to the virtues of truth, compassion, dutifulness, and charity. Having these qualities firmly enshrined in his being, this loving brother assisted his mother in bringing up his siblings, so much so that he was solely responsible for seeking suitable Brahmin males for his loving sisters to be wed to. As a young man, Pandit Hari enjoyed keeping himself physically fit, engaging in sports such as wrestling and boxing. He had a robust build that gave him the ability to swim for long distances, especially to the delight of many villagers from Aranguez, as they engage in recreational swimming in the Aranguez River. Pandit Hari developed a love for the land. He became a very skillful farmer, tending with due diligence and care for the crops that he planted. Though his secular schooling came to an abrupt stop at an early age, Pandit Hari never stopped learning. Notable was his capacity to speak, read, and understand Hindi and Sanskrit, which was by no means beyond him, furthermore propelling his fame and name in the field of Panditai. It is important to note that he was bilingual, having been initiated at the age of 15 by his guru Tiwari Baba. He excelled at Hindi and Sanskrit under Pandit Vibhu Dayal Sharma. Shankarcharya Pandit Hari was fully educated in the religious field and was guided by his guru to pursue the path of spirituality to become a full-time Pandit. The time for marriage of Pandit Hari came. Shankaracharya was just 18, but his steadfast nature and inner fortitude made him far wiser than his true age. In a village not too far away in central Trinidad, Charleville, lived a well-liked and well-respected family, the Vyas family. Pandit Vyas, who was married to Samde, had a number of daughters, one of which was the charming, humble, and beautiful Chandrauti Vyas. Amongst his sons were Pandit Ramdat, Pandit Devdat, and Pandit Khemraj Vyas. Pandit Vyas immediately took a liking to the young, handsome Pandit Hari. Despite his extreme poverty, Pandit Vyas saw the wealth of Pandit Hari's strong character and virtuous nature. He decided that Pandit Hari was in fact a suitable match for his prized possession and agreed to give his daughter Chandrauti to him in marriage. Shankaracharya was married to the late Srimati Chandrauti Prasad for 60 years, with whom he raised 7 children, 1 girl, the late Binmati Prasad, and 6 boys, Pandit Hardev, Pandit Balram, Pandit Prakash, Pandit Gyandev, Pandit Manidev, and the late Pandit Parmanand Prasad. Shankaracharya always stressed the role and value of education in self-development. His children all continued to excel in the field of education. Pandit Hari never forced any of his sons to become Pandits. However, all 6 sons followed in his footsteps and became well-renowned in Trinidad as well-versed Pandits of the organization SWAHA. Shankaracharya encouraged all his children and grandchildren to pursue the highest educational qualifications and considered his family to be his greatest achievement. He also stressed the value and importance of family life. Not only was he physically strong, but on numerous occasions he demonstrated inner strength in the face of adversity. He remained resolute in the face of criticisms and death of loved ones. Pandit Hari and Chandrauti continued to influence and support the development of their grandchildren and great-grandchildren. He was able to train and develop as Pandits all the male members of his family, including his 6 sons, son-in-law, grandsons, sons-in-law, and many other Pandits in Trinidad and Tobago who have gained recognition in our society. During his 65 years as a Pandit, Shankaracharya initiated thousands of devotees from around the world, including the United States, the United Kingdom, and India. His spiritual advice and counsel was sought by national leaders, scholars, and other spiritualists. He made himself available to all, without fear or favor, and opened his arms to every person, regardless of creed, race, and social standing. He was remembered well for counseling many people who had problems with marriage, children, and careers, to name a few. Every Wednesday, his home was filled with people of all races, waiting patiently to get advice from this renowned Pandit and advisor. He excelled in all areas of life, serving as a shining example and role model for all society. He was first involved in the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, where he was a senior Pandit and a Dharma Ratna. However, Shankaracharya recognized that enlightened ritualism and a clear understanding of the philosophical underpinnings of Sanatan Dharma were needed in these modern times. In addition, he realized that novel administrative structures for Hindu religious organizations were required to implement effective leadership. Fulfilling the role of a true visionary, he founded SWAHA International in 1993. Under his astute leadership, in a short 20 years, SWAHA has grown into an international non-profit organization involved in religious, cultural, educational, and social work. Shankaracharya has contributed generously to the development of SWAHA centers, branches, schools, and even the children's home, each one a tribute to his great legacy. Shankaracharya was bestowed the title Ramayan Bhushan by the World Authority on Ramayan, the late Professor Lakshmi Narayan Sharma. In addition, he was honored by the International Meditation Society with the founder Maharishi Mahesh Yogi showering praise upon him for his contribution to the development of Hinduism in Trinidad and Tobago. These all bear testimony to the worldwide acceptance of the spirituality and greatness of Shankaracharya. Over his life, Shankaracharya embarked on 24 pilgrimages to India, where he visited the holy spots including Mathura, Ayodhya, Kashi, Rameshwaram, Haridwar, and Rishikesh. This connection to India was further concretized when his ancestral village was located. It was found that Tapeshwari, the sister of Pateshri, had a grandson, Pandit Prahalad Dubey, who is currently the residing Pandit in the village, continuing the traditions there, while in Trinidad, Shankaracharya created an indelible mark by institutionalizing traditional values and practices by creating SWAHA. Without doubt, Shankaracharya influenced countless lives. He lived and worked for others, all through his blessed life, being the embodiment of self-sacrifice and the ideal husband, father, and guru. He constantly advised to have faith in God, develop stability of mind, and believe in our scriptures. He always emphasized that God has blessed us with everything that we need. Therefore, we must continue to maintain dharma and live a simple life at the feet of God. Once we perform self-sacrifice, never compromise our principles, and have compassion for those around us, his name will forever be held high. His lasting contribution has been through SWAHA, the creation of independent institutions and a cadre of educated freethinkers and leaders of Hinduism with a vision to promote and propagate traditional values in our changing society. Very astutely also, he prepared for succession and the organization had a smooth transition on his passing, with the assumption of leadership by His Holiness Pandit Haridev Prasad, the Shankarcharya of SWAHA, who is now responsible for the continuation of the vision of the founder, Shankarcharya Pandit Hari Prasad. Shankarcharya of SWAHA was respected and revered worldwide for his spirituality, devotion, and foresight. Shankarcharya of SWAHA was respected and revered worldwide for his spirituality, devotion, and foresight. Shankaracharya was guru and guide to thousands, an iconic pillar of Sanatan Dharma. He was 80 years of age at the time of passing on April the 15th, 2008. Let us now listen to the powerful messages of the Ramayana as related by the late Shankaracharya of SWAHA, Pandit Hari Prasad.
First step always emphasize Sumati. Sumati means good thoughts. Sumati means unity. Jaha Sumati taha sampati nana. Jaha Kumati taha vipati nidhana. Where there is good thoughts and unity, there is peace, progress, satisfaction and tranquility of mind for all. Easy way for mankind to go. And where there is Kumati, what is built, that will be destroyed. Ramayana is showing us the way that people should live. The principles they should live by. Sri Ram is Brahma, supreme spirit. He came in man form in this universe to show mankind the way for self-development in all circumstances. He came, he lived it, and lived it in whole for mankind to see, understand and follow and spiritualize their life. This is Ramayana Katha, immortal epic for mankind. Why man does not practice its principles? A very pertinent question. Why? And it's good for everybody. So what is good? Why mankind doesn't embrace it? Who embrace this? They won't witness what they gain. What they was, what they are. रामायण से नहीं किया सिद्ध हो सब काम है सबको कल्याण ला पनी सुनी लहु विश्राम रामायण कथा. The knowledge of Ramayana is for mankind, no discrimination. Anyone who understands this, take into consideration practice principles, the benefits is there for him. Ramayana says नहीं किया. Those who develop the love and belief in the Ramayana, the historical fact of Parabrahma Bhagavan, Sri Ram, सिद्ध हो सब काम, पूर्ण success and fulfillment in life. This is the way. By asking her that, even go. You want this, you want that, even comes to. Practice principles which compile here by spiritualists, all of us. So those who maintain this principle, siddh ho sab kaam. It brings fulfillment. है ही सबको कल्याण दा. This for everybody. In this universe, there is one supreme spiritual almighty, Parabam Paramatma, who has many forms, many functions, many attributes and many names. This universe belongs to him. We all belong to him. So why people be obedient, realize the truth, the true self, the true nitya. Everybody is divine by nitya. Some is more, some less. So the advice to mankind, Padhi, first thing, study Ramayana. Then soon, then listen to glory of the Master in various ways, which compile with all lessons of all time. Parisuhum Nahu Visram. And by doing so, one will get internal peace, satisfaction. And obedience, we know, is heaven's source law. Everyone pray to God for deliverance. That God, after you deliver me, I shall realize you, recognize you, pray to you, and develop myself spiritually. Many came to perform that action, very benefits, and many fail and are still failing. Jaan jaan na kar hidai, lubat jaat ho tahan pai. Some people make mistakes knowingly, and some people unknowingly. Who is not motivated and enlightened to the extent they make mistake in premature stage, there is forgiveness. But when one knowingly put hand on fire, the fire was spared. It's not good to know and do wrongly. One should have self-control. Jitendriya. The body belongs to all. The intellect and soul is in that. And once composed to half is in order. Jitendriya. Paramarth Siddhi. Two things to move forward all the time in life. Paramarth Siddhi. We have Swarth and Paramarth. Ramayana is everything what is good. But one must be good enough to follow principles, practice Ramayana, teachings, no discrimination. Yagvalak, a great spiritualist, was questioned by Bharadwaj as regards to Bhagavan Sri Ram, his activities, his glories, and he decided to answer the best of his ability. कहूँ सो मैं अनुहार था, अब वही मैं वर्णन करता हूँ, या गलत बोले, उमा शंभु संवाद, महादेव बाबा और पार्वती माता की कथा, भयों समय जही हेतु ही, कहाँ हुए कैसे हुए, सुनी मुनि मितहि विशाल, और इसको श्रवण करना चाहिए। हर एक व्यक्ति का हृदय में विशाल है, अवगुण है, ज्ञानता है, जो कथा को श्रवण करने से मन का विशाल अज्ञानता चले जाते हैं, अज्ञानता के स्थान में ज्ञान प्रकाशित होते हैं। This katha is competent to put one from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge. But when you prepare with stability of mind and love and belief to consume this episode, Ramayana Katha.